Welcome back, guys. Today I'll show you 5 early game mistakes that get solo players not getting into the progression that they wanna have. As a solo, you don't survive by being best at PvP. You survive by being smart, low-key, and hard to raid. So today, I'll give you 5 of the best early wipe tips for solos that I know of. Let's get right into it, boys. So to start off, mistake number 1 will be to not place enough bags. When you first get into a server, many people just run straight towards a monument or somewhere. But the way you should actually do it is you should start off the wipe by just collecting a lot of cloth and just placing a ton of bags. So I'm gonna spend this first 15 minutes just running around the map placing bags. I wanna just spend... Okay, I've now spent 15 minutes placing 8 bags around the map. And yeah, now I can actually continue and play my wipe. Now the reason why this is so important and why it's such an overlooked mistake is that people don't really have the patience to actually run around the map and place down bags for their first 15 minutes. But it can actually give you so much more. You have something to bounce back on, and I think it's really important to learn to just be a little bit more patient. And that actually brings me on to my second rust tip. Oh, a crossbow. So for my second rust tip, I want to bring up something. Blocked by wolf. Ah! So in this instance, I'm feeling really pissed off, but it's fine. I'm not gonna give up, and that brings me into my second rust tip of this video, which is to just not give up when things are not going your way. I myself suffer from this a lot, where as soon as something is not going my way, I just give up and switch server, which is not always a good thing to do. Sometimes things are not gonna go your way, and sometimes, a lot of times, things are not gonna go your way. So by giving up, you might just give something up that's actually worth fighting for. So just don't give up too early, you know? When things are not going your way, just push back and get them back on track, you know? So for my third rust tip, it's gonna be to never run around with too much loot, like I'm doing right now. Or for my third rust mistake, I'm sorry. My third rust mistake that I see too many people doing is running around with way too much loot in their inventory without having a base in the beginning, just like I'm doing right now. And I'm gonna show you why this is so bad, because I'm in a really bad situation right now. Even though I just killed this guy, if one person kills me right now, I'm back to rock and torch. And that's why it's so important for me to, as soon as possible now, get a base up. Nice. Okay. This time I actually managed to get a base up, which is really lucky. But yeah, just never ever run around with too much loot like I just did. If I would have died here, I would have lost all this stuff that I have on me right now. And my start would have just been gone, just wiped. Now let me go into the next mistake that I see people doing in Rust, especially early game, is not building an airlock. So as you guys can see right now, I've built myself an airlock. And I know that I keep yapping so much about safety, but airlock is also one of the very important safety things that many people forget about. So that in case someone is to stand outside your door and camp you, if they manage to kill you and you only have one door, then you're gonna get fully deeped and just go back to rock and torch, basically. Imagine building up your base and you have to go back to square one, rock and torch, because you forgot to add one door. I mean, come on. Just don't be lazy, you know? Build yourself an airlock. Oh my god. Ew. That was nasty. Holy shit, that was nasty. For my next tip, it's gonna be another safety thing. It's gonna be honeycomb your base before the first night. And what do I mean by the first night? Well, I mean before you go to bed, transferring you into the second day of the wipe. Being that before you log out for wipe day, you want to 100% make sure that your base is honeycomb, no matter how small it is. Because a honeycombed base will 9 out of 10 times survive wipe day, while a non-honeycomb base has a much smaller risk or chance of surviving wipe day. So if you're either very new to Rust or don't know what honeycombing means or how to honeycomb something, I'm gonna give you a quick demonstration. So you want to start off by grabbing a building plan and a hammer, and then I'm gonna go ahead and honeycomb this backside. And what honeycombing really means is just that you're adding layers around your initial main base. So just like I'm doing now, you want to add protective layers around your base so that your base becomes stronger against raids. That way, your base will cost more to raid, and the risk of you getting raided first day into wipe, will drop, you know. So if you guys enjoyed this video, please leave it a like. I'm working really hard on this channel right now, trying to make as good, helpful content as possible while also enjoying this game as much as I do. And I also want to thank you guys so much for the recent support. It's been absolutely fucking crazy the amount of views I've been getting lately, and I'm just so happy to see that my videos are actually being watched by someone. So thank you guys so much for that.